This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will have the opening possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll knock him down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Breaks into the open. And they will score. Touchdown, WKU. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Kennesaw State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators, defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just...
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Across the 25, he's got room. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. A touch pass on the jet sweep. Fouls through the defense. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Snaps it in the shotgun. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play is open. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's got it on the move. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Hilltoppers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it from the gun. On the move is the 30. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Didn't get much done on that run, and he'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Sweet cut there. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offense?
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Red pass, it's complete. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quick toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Caught near the sticks. It's Barry Johnson. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Kennesaw State right back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Owls! Made the the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss it.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Delgado. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll line up for a second down play. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Barry Johnson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy.
He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to scramble. Quick spin on the run. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
With the catch, it's Barry Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
Pulls and fires complete. Nice move, creates some space. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Can't get him to the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's got him still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Barrels ahead. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 20.
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Give to the running back. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got the big tight end on the corner route. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. And he'll take it in and house it. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Western Kentucky, 17.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Got room to work. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Hilltoppers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the option, the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Barry Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got it in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware.
There he goes. Touchdown, Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. He gets it away from his own end zone. Hauls it in at the 40. And there he goes. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. I'll bet they'd sign up to start every drive 1st and goal from the 7. And this is an offensive coordinator's dream. The short field, the very short field, the punt return setting up a 1st and goal. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And the pummeling has started. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Turning it on! He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Delgado. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz here. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know, the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down, trying to generate a touchdown.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. The quick out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home and come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
State, 49, Western Kentucky.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, they're very...
He lofts one down the sideline. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hands, it's Stokes. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They boot it away. And the returner goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Quarterback making checks. Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can't just take a knee. If you take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.